Somewhere out there, before the wars, before the factions, before anyone ever picked up a card and decided who the heroes were, there was people that nobody wrote about. Not because they weren't there, because the ones writing history didn't want you to know. Today on Visage Roulette, we're doing something that we have never done before. My guest has been building a world, a civilization, and an entire twist on a species, none of which you have ever seen before. And today, for the very first time, you're going to see it here. Nobody has seen this. Not on camera, not on the internet, not anywhere. It drops here today on this show. But just like any Visage Roulette episode, he's got to play a little bit of our games too. And today, I'm giving him a D20 and making him answer for all of it. I get to introduce the founder of Iron Lantern Studios. Welcome to Visage Roulette. Let's roll.
Across existence, only fragments remained. Pieces of a world no longer whole. Broken by distance, distorted by uncertainty, and reborn by fear. But before the name became a warning, before the shape became a monster, before the truth was buried beneath myth, there was something else. What if the stories we carried were only shadows cast by a deeper light? What if, before fear rewrote them, they were something wondrous? What if, before the fall, they were more than we ever imagined? What if we only inherited the end of what once began in brilliance? For ages, darkness authored the story we thought we knew. It shaped the warning, it sharpened the fear, it turned memory into myth. But now, something breaks through. A glimmer against the endless dark, a fracture in the silence, a whisper carried across existence itself. And from within it, a name returns. Greth, the world once lost, the truth waiting to be remembered.
I get the esteemed privilege of introducing the creator, the founder of Iron Lantern Studios, LLC official, Mr. Joshua Brubaker.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely, man.
I can't tell you how exciting it is to be on here. It's one thing when you're a fan and when you subscribe to something, but when you then get to be a part of the history of something, that's really special. So I can't tell you, like thank you very much for just having me. It's a privilege and it's an honor. And the studio is something else. I love this. I was blown away. So yeah, thank you for letting me be part of this journey.
Yeah, absolutely, man. How long did it take for you to get up here?
Let's see. Count that in space time. So divided. It actually took me about 14 and a half hours.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I got in the old car and headed on up so that way I could kind of, and get inside my head and kind of figure out what I wanted to talk about with you.
Yeah, and before we get into Greth, they got to see the teaser trailer. Before we get into, you don't just build worlds. I think you create imagination. You are creating something that I think we are going to be extremely happy to see and very thrilled to see, and something that's really going to open up our minds. But before we get into that, tell us a little bit about you, brother. How did you get here?
So thanks for the opportunity. essentially, I pulled up my address book and plugged that in and hit go. And
Yeah.
it took me 14 and a half hours. So I don't know. Is this an episode of Groundhog's Day?
Yeah.
Or like, what do we do? No. So raised in a small town in Oklahoma. We grew up together,
Yeah, we did.
came from, Colgate, Oklahoma, small coal mining town. And then from there, I joined the Air Force and kind of followed in my father's footsteps. Did 20 years and 10 days total of active military service. And then did two different career fields within there, and went all over the world. I had 8 different duty stations, and deployed a couple of times. And I found myself, when I came back to the States from being away for 8 years overseas, I ended up landing in Tampa, Florida.
Yeah.
And
Bucks.
so, I'm a diehard Buck fan as well.
Yeah.
So I was very, very fortunate to land there, and was even more fortunate to pick up a job.
Yeah, man.
And continue, that next chapter, which is
for
super
sure.
scary. When you're retiring, you're like, oh my God, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, right.
And so, I was so happy, especially with the company that I landed with, took a chance on me and settled down there. So, and now, I've been working for the company I'm currently with for just over a year and some change now, and things are going really well.
Yeah, man,
so that's
absolutely.
kind of how I got here is mostly military.
Oh yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
and they're gonna get a chance. I think in the future we're gonna do an episode we're gonna introduce you to Wonders of the First Military Edition. I think it would be very cool to have you on that segment, and not just because I'm biased, because we've known each other for so long, but I think
Very
your
intimately.
story is super fascinating of where we started and where we ended, and the journey's not over yet.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
before we get into your world and your journey,
Right.
we're going to bring you into our world
Oh.
and our journey. Are you ready to play a little bit of Wonders of the First?
I am excited
Yeah.
to play. If I can, it's been a long time since I've picked up, a tabletop card game.
Yeah.
But let me
Yeah.
tell you what, the thing that's so powerful about it is when I finally learned kind of what you were doing and what was kind of going on.
Yeah.
I immediately got transported back to even when we were up here and I saw, the setup, and I was like, wow, that takes me right back to whenever I was a teenager and I got introduced to Magic the Gathering.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
that feeling that I
Yeah.
got that first time of excitement, it's a gift. I got to relive that. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I remember this. I'm excited to play. And more importantly, I'm excited to show you how it's done.
Oh, I mean, you probably will, to be honest. You will be playing the red deck. I'll be playing the blue deck. So pretty fast and aggressive deck.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not the world's best player. I think you've seen some of my other episodes where I finished almost dead last at a couple of my tournaments there. But I mean, if you win, great. If not, I'm excited to show you how Wonders of the First goes. I'm dangerous enough to say I know how to play the game, and I can't wait to show it to you. Are you ready?
I absolutely am
All
ready.
right.
Let's
We're going to
do
hop
this.
into it. All right.
I just want to let all my subscribers know that I love you, even though Nick talks shit about you constantly.
All right. You ready for this?
Like I said, I am excited because this takes me right back to being on those steps and those stairs that when I first got introduced to Magic the Gathering those years ago, the wonder and this, it's just pulling me in. So yeah, I'm excited to see just how bad I can humiliate you.
Okay. You know what's funny is that the lead game designer that created this game also helped design Magic the Gathering. So it's weird that this will be a full circle almost kind of.
It will, yeah. And that was a great episode. So if you haven't went and seen that, please, go back and have a look at that because that's a great episode.
I appreciate that. Okay, you ready to do this?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So,
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and roll to see who goes first. So
All right.
you're going to take a D6. You're just going to roll it there. Yep. So you roll. You and your damn threes, man.
That's fantastic.
All
I hope
right,
you
here
get a
go.
3. Dude, lucky
Let me
number
roll it.
3,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, I do. I tell you what.
All right.
4.
All right.
Okay. All right.
We're cooking.
5. All right.
Whatever.
All right. So you're going to take that. So you're going to have 3 actions, 1 energy. You're going to draw 7 cards. All right.
All right.
So,
7 cards.
Yep.
All right. So 1, 2,
6,
3,
7.
4, 5, 6. Oh, 7 on the dot.
Yep. And then you can mulligan once, just like you can in
Okay,
Magic the
get a
Gathering. But
redo.
when you mulligan, you only get to draw like X amount of cards at the next time. But you can only go up to 3 this time. Whereas in
Okay.
Magic, if I remember right, because it's been a long time since I played, you could mulligan as many as you want. But
I
you had to
think so.
come back with like 1 less card. You can only do up to 3.
All right. So let's go through these cards. Man, I will say that the artwork on these I actually really like.
You know, and again, a human has touched these cards.
That's
but,
right.
But just like, maybe a little bit of Greth is AI just enhances the vision. It doesn't
Exactly.
create it.
No.
It enhances the vision.
It's created up
Yeah,
here,
absolutely.
and it's about refining it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, wow. These are visually, like, these are really cool.
So what we're gonna do is, if you don't want to mulligan,
I-
I'm good. I'm gonna keep my 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my 7 because I want to play with what I was given. Let's play Fate.
All right. So what you get to do though is you get to choose how we open the realm. So do you want to start on the left side or the right side?
Let's go ahead and start on the left.
The left? Okay.
Yeah, I'm an American.
All right. So we're going to start right there with the first realm. And to start the game, what you do is you're going to draw a card.
Okay.
We both draw a card at the
Got
same
it.
time. And how this is done is unlike Magic, where you have, the maintenance phase, combat phase, all that stuff. Again, It's been a while since I played Magic. You take turns or actions.
Yeah.
And so for every action, for your dice, you have 3 actions. So first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to play a land.
Okay.
And so on this card, it says on play, you may look at the top card of your deck. You may put it back on top or bury it, which means put it on the bottom.
Right.
So I'm going to play this land card here. That's going to take an action. So I'm going to spin this down to 2. I'm going to take a look at my top card here. And I'm going to bury it. All right, and now it would be your turn.
Okay. All right, man. You want to go that way? All right.
Now, when you play a land in this game, if you have a creature there, you're gonna see where it says like cost. Take 1 cost off. So you're playing a Sulfera deck. So if it says like cost 2, but if you play a land, it knocks one of the cost off. But your lands don't stack. So like if you play 2 lands, now I get to play like this one and it comes in for free because it's 2 costs. It's 1 land across the board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh. These are very interesting. I'm gonna play something because I don't necessarily know what that kind of means. Because I think you don't really have much, but I'm gonna say like I'm gonna play this. It is a revolutionary cannon, and so it says
So what is its cost though?
3.
So you have to have 3. So that's going to cost you 3 energy, and you only have 1 energy right now. So that's where the energy comes off. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yep.
yeah, I need to pay attention to the cost. Okay.
Yep. So if you play a land, that's going to reduce some of the cost energy.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how about Kachow?
Yeah.
I have Floki, Born
Okay.
in Fire. So if it's round 1, the first time you seize a stone, gain an action.
Okay.
You have a Horde 1 if you control 1 or more stones. I don't know what that stone means. But so here, you might be able to help me with with that.
So if it's round 1, the first time you seize a stone, you gain an action. So horde 1 is every time that it. And some of these cards, if they were common, they would tell you that what that means. So if you have horde 1, if you control 1 or more stones. So currently the stone sits in the middle of us. None of us control it.
Okay.
So what you're going to do to play this card is you're going to roll your energy. You're going to just remove your energy die there because you're down to 0.
Oh,
and
okay.
And then you're going to roll your action to 2 because that takes an action to do
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So when you play a land, the cost of energy was 0. That's why my energy stayed at 1.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So, and then we'll pull this over because I had to use the energy.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a action.
Okay.
And I'm going to play this card, but see, it's how it says cost 1.
Yes.
It goes to 0 because I'm playing a land here, so it's going to be 0.
Okay.
So on defense, this gets a +2 this round. So,
okay.
Yep.
So if I was to attack, it gets a plus. It would be a +2
a
for
+2.
you.
Yeah. So you wouldn't get anywhere with that one. Yep.
Okay. So
And now it's back to your turn.
Well, okay. Everything I have has a cost.
You could play a land. You could play.
Don't have a land.
Okay.
So all right, I have everything that costs at least 3 or 4. These are all pretty costly. And I don't have any energy, so how do I get energy?
To get energy, real quick. When you get energy, you reset. So when we go to round 2, you're going to gain 1 energy for every realm that opens, and then 1 energy for every stone you control. There are cards that will give you energy.
Okay.
I don't recall if any in there will give you energy.
Yeah.
But that's how you would get more energy. If you can't do anything, there's 3 things that you can do in your turn. You can pass. You can draw the card. You can attack. So those are some of the things that you can do.
It would be my best interest to probably draw.
Probably draw the card.
Yeah,
Would probably be your best. Now you can only have 7 when the round ends. So if you have 8, you're going to have to discard one.
Okay.
Or bury it.
All right, so.
Or I'm sorry, it goes into your discard pile, your abyss.
Oh, this one over here.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So because that was an action that I took, that would need to go to 1, right?
1, yep.
Okay, so I drew. Does that also mean that the drawing is an action?
Correct. So you're going to roll that down to 1 now.
And so that doesn't necessarily mean that I can play that, right?
Right. You have to wait now.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So
All
that's,
right.
Yeah. So that's just kind of how it goes.
Interesting.
What we're going to do, guys, is we're going to play through this game because we're not going to completely bore y'all. And then when we get back to the end result, when we get to realm 7, we're going to kick those cameras back on, and we're going to see who's in the lead there. Okay. All right, so we're back. I am definitely getting my
Kicked, yeah.
Yeah, needless to say. So we are on realm 7.
Yep.
And we're going to draw for round, and we're going to finish up the game. So
yeah. It's been excitingly fun, too.
Yeah.
It's a journey.
He's had an answer for almost everything I've done. I like to think I'm a great teacher, but in reality, he's just really picking up the game really fast.
Well, I mean, the benefit is having someone like you here to help answer questions and guide me. Because there have been things that I've done, and I thought I had the upper hand, and then you took my offense and turned it into your own offense.
Yeah, I mean, he's picking up the game really fast. So let's finish up this round. Let's draw for round, and let's get going.
All right. Draw, motherfucker. Okay. We are the champions, my friend. Okay, well, my cards aren't the greatest at this point. But what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and toss this. No, actually. No, that is not what we're going to do. Actually, what I think I want to do is I want to go ahead and I don't really have to. I mean, I'm just going to have him attack.
Okay.
I'm going to use him as an attack so that way then I can gain that stone.
Yeah, there you go.
Over here, which will cost me Uno actions.
That's it.
And yeah.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to...
You're going to cry.
Yeah, pretty much. Spend an action here. And let's put me down to 2. Spend 1 energy, 7. And I'm going to... play this guy here. Now it says on play, portal another target wonder in this realm to realm 1. I'm gonna
You always do that.
over there to realm 1. Yeah. All right, it is on you now.
Yes, sir. Okay, so then I'm just gonna go ahead because it's everything in here. I'm gonna play this one. So on attack, horde 1, put 2 plus 1.
Okay, so on attack.
For that on attack, so that'll eat up 1, and then also no cost.
There you go. All right, I am going to.
Is it just me, or is when I hear that phrase, I just want to start singing and fly like an eagle?
Yeah. Let's see here. Spend an action.
Okay.
And I'm going to play a land here.
Interesting. Yeah, so you can tap it later.
I'm gonna have to. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if this is gonna work. We'll see. If I'm gonna be able to come back with. This is gonna be tough.
Well, I just want you to know that I don't believe in you at this point
I don't
because
either.
if I did, I would be rooting for my own downfall.
Yeah.
And
This is gonna be tough. We'll
but
see.
I think no matter what part of the most fun I've been having with this is the shit talking.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the
sure.
back and the forth
sure.
is great. So what I think I'm going to do is actually no, I'm just gonna go ahead and use him to attack.
Okay. Yep.
So I can go ahead and pull that over. I'll use that as my last action.
Yep.
And then here comes the genius.
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna spend an action. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, so let's spend my final action here. I'm gonna attack here and take this stone. All right, and it's back to you.
Oh, that's good because I don't have anything to tap to gain an action.
Yep. So
I have to.
If you pass 11 times, the game's over regardless. So, but it's up. So
No, yeah, that's on you. So I need to pass because I don't have any land. I don't believe.
or if you have any abilities that you can tap for free right now, which I don't think you do.
I don't.
Everything's on play. Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to tap all my lands. So reveal the top card of your deck if it's a Thalwyn. Otherwise, bury it. So I still need to show you that it's a Thalwyn.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to tap all of them. So that's 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to gain 3 actions here.
Oh. Now it comes out.
And we'll see if this will work.
I feel like you've just been leading me down this treacherous road I didn't even know I was on.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, so it's still your turn.
Yeah, I have to pass.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 1 action. I don't know if I'm going to have enough actions. That's what's going to end up eating me up. But I'm going to play this guy here. It says, return a wonder you control in this realm to the owner's hand. So I'm going to take this one that I control and bring it back to my hand.
Oh, smart. Yeah. So I'll pass.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it.
Because I see what you're going to do.
I'm going to attack here. That's going to bring me... I'm going to take this down there. It's back to you.
Ooh, pass, baby.
And I think you're still going to get me because I'm not going to have enough...
Firepower.
Let's see.
Because you've got 1. Is it 1 action left? Yeah.
I got 1 action left, and I'm going to lose by 1 action. Oh, man, and I have it. Dang. Yeah, so this would be, I would spend 1 here, my final action. I would play him here, and I would move him over there. and I'm gonna not be able to spend an action
because you don't have
attack and take the force.
So here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Would you I mean, I know you were capped out, and I haven't thought this down the line maybe, but well, no, yeah, because you needed it. But could you have like just returned a land to your hand so that way you could then play it?
No, so it says you have to return a wonder. So
wonder, not a land.
Yeah, but that's a good strategy. Yeah, to return
yeah,
a land.
I'm trying to think outside the box. Okay,
Yeah.
well, still though, like that ended up
Yeah.
being at the end. I started sweating.
Yeah. I mean, you did, and you had. I saw some of the cards you just kept dumping. I'm like, God, he knows how to just stack realms.
I mean, well, these cards, especially the reds, like these feel like they're very much geared towards. Like this is what you win with, and it feels like blue is kind of like how can you be, how can you use their momentum against them almost?
Yeah, so there's a lot of combos you can set up with blue. It's just when you play the vault, when you have cards that are coming in with just massive amount of power, it does get pretty hard. And I don't know the combos well enough for blue, but
it's all about the draw. I feel like timing
helps,
and draw.
And then when you go to start tapping lands and saving actions for the end, and so. But what did you think? That was your first game. You won. Are we going to get you for a lifetime Wonders of the First player?
I'll tell you what. I would love to actually continue playing.
Yeah.
Because even if I don't engage in this in like tournament style or whatever, I actually had a great time. And now my mind, like my hand comes to my chin because now I'm rethinking all of the moves that I had. What could I have done? And I would want to play this again. Like immediately after, like I would want to be like, okay, well, let's just shuffle this back up.
Yeah.
And that's exactly kind of how it was when I first started playing Magic the Gathering all those years ago with Bobby on those stairs. We just kept playing, and even though Bobby kept winning, he kept winning. Like, it's just fun. It's just fun.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah,
and you get drawn in. Absolutely. I got drawn in just looking at the cards.
You're never out in this game.
Yeah,
one card can literally change the entire dynamic of the game.
It absolutely. You almost changed the outcome.
Almost.
Yeah, like you kept giving me this little bit of rope, and I was like. This sucker. Like I'm just naturally like this good. But then I didn't see until the end. I was like, oh my gosh, what have I done?
Great game, brother.
Yeah, that was actually really great. Yeah. Appreciate it.
I'm glad you got to experience it, and I hope that down in Florida you can see some of the events that they have.
Yeah, we definitely need to look up and see where are these events and where can I go. To take part in them. Because I think I would really enjoy going to like one of these like get together conferences or different events. So like before I leave here, I need to make sure that I leave with knowing those coordinates of where do I need to get to.
Absolutely, man, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
Let's get back onto it.
All right, ready?
So we're back from our Wonders of the First game, but one question that before we kind of transition off of the game, I hope you enjoyed the game, but more importantly, Josh, what did Wonders of the First, how did it kind of correlate, and how does it kind of share an experience with your experience with Greth?
Well, honestly, I would have to answer that with it takes me somewhere.
Oh wow, okay.
And memories are so powerful to live in when they can take you somewhere. And it's what we experience, with music, movies. It's why we go do, some of these things. It's because it takes you somewhere other than where you are. And what that just did was it took me to a place of creativity, imagination. It took me back to my childhood.
Yeah.
You get that rush of everything kind of coming in that you once knew. So and that's kind of what I'm hoping for with Greth, and that's what happens with me is it takes me somewhere, and that is what is so powerful about being in a world like even Wonders of the First.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I'm stoked.
Yeah, that was fun.
I can't wait to unpack Greth here. But before we do,
Oh,
you promised something.
yeah.
A big piece of why we came on, why we were able to get you up here, and why I wanted you here. You were going to show us something that nobody has ever gotten to see before.
Well, Nick, I'm a liar. I lied just so I could get onto the show.
I knew it. Yeah.
I mean,
he kept going on about per diem and
first off, the per diem situation needs to be talked about because you folks don't have any idea of the nightmare that is. First class don't pay for itself.
Listen, you get room and board. That's all you get.
Okay. Well, I mean, fair enough. But no. So yeah, I do. So I think it's only appropriate to start people where kind of like meeting them where they are, what they kind of maybe already know.
Okay.
And I think what is from that is I'm hoping that this gets you kind of excited. It gets your imagination going. It's what I like. It's something that makes you go, oh wow, okay, yeah. That's interesting. That makes me wonder, okay, well, what else is this guy cooking up?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Because there's some uniqueness that you're going to see with this. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to show you and unveil what a goblin how we all know it to be, what it actually is supposed to look like within the world of Greth. And let me tell you something else real quick. You think it's called Goblin.
What else do we call it?
That's the very question that I had to answer in my journey. It's actually a Goblo Lin.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So
that's pretty flavorful. So what happened?
Very different, right? Yeah. Now, if you stay with me, I can make sense of what might be a rambling. So do you remember, when we were kids, back in the day, you used to play that like where you whisper into, the other's ear down the line.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And the message,
it's a phrase.
Yeah. And the message got completely distorted, right?
Yeah. Some people purposely would mess it up.
Exactly. I'm glad that you said that.
Yeah.
Because think of this as exactly that. That's exactly what's happened. There's a whole world that has been lost and we don't know about because but the message that we got was at the very end of that line. So think about this. So when I started to build that, it's Homo sapien, right? Homo erectus. So I thought, what if their name has been distorted and it's actually something else? And so I thought long and hard, and what I came back with and what I kept coming back to was, Goblin. What if it's actually Goblo, which is the base, of there's like Homo, Goblo, and then erectus, and then you have Lin, meaning that is the signifier or who they are in that evolutionary time.
Okay.
And, it got lost. And so we went from Goblo Lin to Goblin. And
okay. Kind of like they got kind of lazy with it and they just sort of, over time, it just.
Yeah. Loose lips sink ships, Nick.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah.
Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Loose lips.
Yeah. So,
are you going to, how are we going to do this? You going to show us on the phone? Really?
So,
okay. All right.
So, I'm going to show you on the phone and then. For everyone else, you'll see this like on the screen.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, I want you to keep in mind, this is gonna be a little different.
Okay.
We've
different
modernized
is what we like.
it. Yep, we've modernized it.
Okay.
We've taken it to what could this look like? When imagine this standing in front of you.
Yeah.
Breathing, staring at you with the dead of its eyes.
I promise you, if it's a picture of my mother, I'm gonna slap. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's actually like a picture of your brother. No, I'm just kidding, Michael. Don't come up here. So for the first time, this is what we know as Goblin, but is actually Goblo Lin.
I'm worried, man. So you're telling me that you are recreating a world that is reimagining what we have kind of come to know as Goblin
Yes,
inside of the world of Greth.
that's right. Inside,
Do you realize
the
how
system of Hyvar
of an
actually.
a massive undertaking this is?
You know, I think if there was anyone qualified to answer that, it would be me. I can't even tell you what it takes to truly not just build and create a world that is surface level, which is kind of, you see a lot of like surface level,
For
building,
sure.
but something that where you start developing physics. You
Yeah.
start questioning the concept. What is a universe? What is a solar system? How does that even interact? What should a planet look like? Challenging the concepts of what we know because of where we live.
Yeah.
That should not drive what we create, but inspire.
Okay, so let's see it.
All right.
What are we going to see?
So this is what a Goblo Lin actually looks like. So what you're seeing here
Wow.
is something that it's very jagged.
That
It's
is
very creepy.
Holy, yeah, wow.
And the eyes are very
Oh my goodness, yeah.
very focused. And if you notice right here, if you look at the nasal structure is completely different.
No, honestly, that is the first thing that I noticed was the nose was not anything that I have seen before.
No.
Yeah.
And it's very, very different on that. And then, just all the spikes and, everything else like that's on there. And so this is what a Goblo Lin actually looks like in this world. And what they are, let me tell you something. You know what you're actually seeing? Like in the world of Greth, what you're seeing, you're not seeing a monster before you that was, created by, some ultimate being or something like that. Like when you look at that, what you are actually seeing is the tragic, poetic downfall of what can happen from a society that has to break every known rule about its own biology in order to make a decision, not knowing, if I have to make a decision that I cannot make, but I must make.
Yeah.
And, just like us, we all have decisions that we have to make.
Sure.
Decisions have consequences, and something that can be so beautiful can be so terrifying when you make the wrong decision.
Yeah.
And so that's what you see. You don't see a monster. Like what you're seeing is the consequences of a very tragic, impossible decision that had to be made. Mm-hmm. And that's the consequence in which is happening. Yeah, so they're not monsters that are just made and born out of mud or whatever have you. Yeah, right. No, they were once something else.
And I imagine we're gonna get to learn about that in the future. Okay,
you absolutely will.
I mean, I'm stoked. We got to see the teaser. We've gotten to see Goblo Lin.
Yep.
That has basically lost its flavor over time, and now we just say Goblin, but we're breaking that down.
Yeah.
But before we peel that back, Josh,
right?
That every one of my shows, we do a certain section.
You gonna do this?
Oh, we're going to do it.
Okay.
We're going to do it.
All right.
You know that every story
begins with a roll.
Brother. So I am going to have you roll.
All right.
But before you do, I know.
Dice block me?
What do you say?
You can dice block me here?
Yeah, quit dice blocking me.
Quit dice blocking.
You have played tabletop games before.
Oh, yes.
I know that you played some D&D. I know
Oh,
you
yeah.
played some Magic the Gathering. I know that you played Pathfinder because you played in one of my campaigns
I
before.
did. Yeah, it was absolutely fun.
Yeah, I mean, he made one of my kids cry with what he did to them. So,
Well, I mean, to be fair, kids need to cry more. So,
I mean, you sold the character. That's what we really needed to have.
yeah, sold him down the river. Yeah.
And so part of that, though, when you were looking back on all the times that you've played tabletop games, every time that you've played a fantasy game, what was kind of the class that you tended to gravitate towards?
There's always ever been one class that I gravitate towards.
What would that be?
It's a barbarian.
I know, yeah.
Yep.
Always the orc, right? Always
It is
like
a half-orc
Yeah,
barbarian.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because
right.
you got to bring it, baby.
So with that being said, we're going to break this open pretty soft.
Okay.
Okay. What is a win that meant the most? Not the biggest, but the one that felt the most earned.
Not the biggest, but the one that felt the most earned. There's only one answer, and I think true authenticity, comes from being on in the moment. Which thank you, Nick, for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate
for
that.
being here.
Yeah, it's about being sarcastic, but yeah. So no, but my mind keeps coming back to one thing. And for me, the biggest win, right? It's the biggest win.
Not necessarily the biggest win. It's the one that felt the most earned.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's important. The way in which you said that matters, and I'll tell you what. For me, that it was the aha moment when I started to ask a question that randomly kind of came, and I explored that, and it led to another question and another question. And like the beginning of what I didn't know I was building at the time, which is Greth.
Yeah.
Which Greth actually came second to the Goblo. That's who they are in their original form. It's Goblo. But that moment of discovery, of allowing myself to be vulnerable with not understanding something and continuing to just ask questions. And with each question, excitement grew, curiosity kept coming in, and realizing at the moment when I realized, oh my God, wait, I think I have something here. Like, wait, no, hold on. No, oh my gosh, wait, let me go do some research. I think I've got something here that is phenomenal. It like breathes life into you.
Oh yeah.
When you get something that feels so strong and you're like, this is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
And I don't care what it takes to create this, or if anybody even ever sees this, I know right now this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Man.
And that right there is what it was for me to answer that question, is the moment when I started on my journey to build this world.
That is amazing, dude. That is amazing.
Yeah, thanks.
So what we're gonna do?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have you roll.
Okay.
We're gonna have you roll on the table like you always we always do on this channel.
The famous roll.
All right. So are you ready to go, brother?
Yes.
All right. Let's go ahead. Oh, just closed out my camera there. Okay. So no cheating. We're gonna get you going on here. All right.
All right.
Ready when you are.
All right. Snake eyes. Snake eyes.
All right. Is that a big old 3?
That's
a big old 3.
Fat old 3.
No biggie. All right. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
What is the most chaotic thing that has ever happened to you at a gaming convention, a game event, anything that kind of required you to, whether that was a Comic-Con, whether that was you creating something with Greth, what was the most chaotic thing that has ever happened to you?
Whew. Okay, so yeah, the most chaotic thing that's ever happened to me. I'm gonna answer this one a little differently, I think, because I want to be like the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
And this goes towards kind of like if you've ever played any campaigns with me, you'll know like he's a wild card.
No.
And like I was in Okinawa, Japan.
Okay.
And I was with at the time with the Air Medical Evacuation Squadron there, and we had a D&D group that we played every Saturday or Sunday, just whenever we could all get together when we were in all missions. But I had a half-orc barbarian, and we were we were just wrapping up a big milestone on one of the voyages, and we had a choice.
Okay.
We had a choice. It was either, we can go by land or we can go by sea. Now, because of earlier in the story, how we were told, we were told much earlier on, hey, if you go by sea, you're going to have some dangers. And, if you go by land, it'll take you longer, but it's a little safer. And so I asked the question, I was like, when you say dangers, like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
He's like, well, there's mermaids and things like that are out there. I was like, oh, okay, that doesn't sound too bad. And he's like, yeah, no. But my teammates had to tell me, like, no, Josh, it's not just regular mermaids. Mermaids are actually pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
They can be crazy. And I was like, so I got outvoted because I was like, yeah, no, let's just go. We could probably stay around and whatever, right? Well, on the way back, I think everybody kind of forgot about this, and I just spoke up and was like, we're going to take the boat because it's faster, and we just kind of need to get where we're going. Well, I had a plan because I like to go, a little off script. I knew we were going to get attacked. So, of course it happens. We get attacked by mermaids and a couple of other like little creatures, right? And dude, it was a long battle, right? And we were kind of starting to lose the edge. And in the middle of me getting attacked by the single mermaid, I asked the dungeon master. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and roll a charisma check." And and he's very confused. And he was like, what could you possibly need to do with a charisma check? And then, my team is just like, they look up from like reading their books and the tablets, and they're like, what are you doing? It's like, I'm going to roll a charisma check to see if I can sweet talk this mermaid and convince her, instead of fighting me, we should be getting busy instead. So that went over extremely well with the team who were very upset with me and tried to plead with the dungeon master. He's like, look, you guys are fighting. Yeah. You don't even know that he's doing this. I rolled a charisma check. Boom. I hit. No, not 20. That would have been the best.
Yeah.
No, but I hit high. I hit like a 17 or something like a 17, 18. I can't remember. But it passed. It passed enough to where it's like, so you're able to sweet talk her. And in every round after that, instead of fighting back, I had to keep doing charisma checks to then progress it to a pretty rated R scene.
Which is on the next episode.
Yeah.
Of this.
Long story short, we all died.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all died.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Because my campaign wipe?
We were on a ship.
Oh no!
Yeah, we were on a ship, and because my character was so focused on
getting laid,
for lack of a better term, because and that was another thing. They were all like, "Josh, what are you even doing?
Oh,
you can't.
No.
You physically can't." And I was like, "That doesn't mean I can't try." You can't try.
It is true.
So, but the dungeon master was nice enough to if we paid for a resurrection, we could.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, all's well that ends well, but that doesn't sit well when you're 2 hours in.
No. And how long did that campaign go on for?
Oh my gosh. I think that total campaign itself, it was weeks long because we could only get together once a week, And I ended up co-owning a brothel, actually, which that didn't go over well either.
What was it called? Mermaids and
I think it was called the Double Mounds.
Okay.
Yeah, the Double Mounds. But
Yeah.
but regardless, it was about having fun.
Oh, yeah.
And so I am the chaos introducer when we play for some of
Absolutely.
those things, and so maybe a little different story, but yeah.
You ready for your second roll?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go
do
ahead.
the second roll. Let me get you up on camera here.
Ba, 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 ba.
We are ready when you are.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so GRTH, you are not the worst roller to have ever been on this show. He didn't even get it down the stairs.
He may not be the worst, but he is the handsomest.
Yeah, that is true. He is a handsome fella.
I like the beard.
Yeah, I'm jealous of the beard.
Yeah,
I
it
can't
takes a
grow
lot.
one. It does.
Yeah.
All right, can we
All
try
right.
this again?
Okay, yeah, this time we'll be serious. By the power of GRTH. I'm blaming the fact that I said by the power of GRTH that
He rolls a three
I rolled a
again.
3 again.
Oh my gosh.
So
no,
let's-
you are hands down. All right, let's go for 3 for 3 here.
Okay, we're going for 3 for 3. I literally rolled between a 15 and a 12, so we're just going to tap that. A 4. Progress.
Yeah, sure.
Success.
All right, let's get back over here to the script here. All right. On a 4. What is the weirdest flex you have had in a space that nobody outside of it would understand?
The weirdest flex inside a space that no one else would understand?
Yep. Outside of it, yep.
Dear God. That's interesting. That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
A weird flex inside a space that no one else outside of it would understand.
Yep.
Gosh, I'm trying to fight the urge for some of the more volatile military stories. Okay, so weird flex inside a space that no one else would understand.
You know,
That's-
my idea almost goes back to when How Dirty you did our Pathfinder campaign. Where
Okay,
you
so
basically left people to die to save your own neck.
I mean, that's a little extreme to put it. Self-preservation is an important skill,
Yeah.
Nick. Okay, and it kicks in fantasy worlds as much as it does in our
Yeah.
world. And I play that into my characters.
You want me to tell the story?
If you could, that would be fantastic. Because when I hear it whenever I tell it, but I never get to be part of the audience of my own life.
Yeah. So we were playing a campaign where we were down into this dungeon. I was on Pathfinder 2E, I was the game manager. And at a certain point, they started resurrecting skeletons. And it got really bad. And 2 party members go down almost immediately. My son and Josh start to tactfully retreat. And as Josh makes it to the wall to climb back up the ledge, he gets up the rope and decides, I'm going to pull up the rope and let him take the last fight.
Look, he
And,
didn't grab onto the rope. He knew the dangers.
That was the, and granted, this campaign was coming to a close, and that's how we decided to end it.
You can only lead a horse to water. Okay, like he didn't grab the rope. When I silently, whispered out to him, grab the rope. And I thought, I can't remember if he was like an elf or
I think he was like he was an elf sorcerer or wizard.
something like that.
Yeah,
But he should have heard like the tiniest of farts in, like 6 miles away with them elven ears. Yeah. So like that.
That was a unique campaign for sure. Big part of this channel that I'm gonna really hit on this time, and how unique your idea is.
Right.
I'm gonna challenge it because I think a lot of folks are seeing that he's recreating something that maybe some folks think maybe it doesn't need to be recreated. Maybe they think it's too much to recreate. It's already been done. What makes it unique?
Very valid.
That's what I'm going to unpack today. Are you ready? I'm going to ask you some really hard questions.
I mean, I hope you brought your unpacking gloves, buddy, because it's a lot.
I brought a dice, and we're going to roll for those
we're
questions.
going to roll for
We're
those
going to roll for
questions.
those questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All
Are
right.
you ready? So let me bring this up again so nobody thinks that we're cheating here on these questions. I am ready when you are.
All right.
You and your damn threes. All right, but this is a different question. Okay.
Okay, as long as it's a different question.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Where did this all start? Was there one image, one moment, one idea that was the very first seed of what we saw today?
Yeah, and I remember it. You know, it's something that I think about a lot because it's easy to get lost in the world in which you're building. When every idea feels like a grand idea, like it's hard to get lost in that. And so I was actually out on a walk trying to kind of clear my head and figure out, well, what is it I want to do? Because there's that, we have that funny, character that me and you and, Bobby are, kind of developed.
Yeah.
And I was really wanting to kind of bring that to life.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized I was like, that's kind of beyond my abilities right now. And I'm curious about, what can I do that's, I don't know how else to say it, but, something that is mine, that came from my mind, that can influence the world. So originally it all started because I was trying to come up with a character to replace Detective Gulls.
Yeah. And if you guys don't know who Detective Gulls was, it's a long story. I'll save us the trouble, but it's basically a seagull who was a detective. It was a TV show that we had worked on for a little bit. Yeah, it was pretty bad. We didn't have the technical capabilities to make it come to life. We're still working on that, so that could be something you could see a few years from now. But yeah,
he's hilariously foul-mouthed, cigarette smoking, drug dealing cop. That's so honestly, like that's actually what happened. Is I was on a journey. Not on a journey, but I was on a walk. I didn't know I was on a journey.
Yeah.
I was on a walk and I was thinking, I was like, what else could I do, for this show? Because I really want to do something like this. And the very first question that ever hit me, that led to this whole thing was, what is something that can create funny moments by, simply just being there that is not technically funny.
Right.
And when I first asked myself that, I was like, wait, what? What are you talking about? And I sat there and as I walked, I thought about it more and I was like, and what came to my mind was, what can be really funny is when you take something that's not supposed to be somewhere naturally and you put it there in that environment.
Yeah.
And that can create so much comedy, like satire and things that, you don't, that we can make fun of as a society.
Yeah.
And so then I started to think, I was like, okay, well, what actually doesn't belong in our world or somewhere that could create, a lot of like miscommunications, et cetera, et cetera. And then, I started going through, like, maybe it's some kind of dog, or is it and I was like, no, Dosh, you're thinking about animals again. You just tried to replace Detective Gulls. You can't do what's already been done to do something, unique. And then I don't know what happened, man. I actually was just walking by these bushes and I noticed that they were green. and I saw they had lawn gnomes out, and then I don't know what it was about that lawn gnome, and seeing all the green, and I was like, goblins.
Okay.
Wait, what if we take a goblin, that is not supposed to be from here and, ended up being here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he ends up connected with this like teenage boy who's going through life, and there's all these miscommunications and stuff. And so then I started to build out, well, what does this, goblin look like? What is his personality and his traits and all of these things? And I came up with Toity.
Toity, yeah. Yeah.
And as I started to build him and I was like, Toity needs to be so far uniquely different. But I was like, I don't know how to make him, different than, everybody sees goblins as these, cave like monsters and stuff. So, so that's when the questions actually started.
Wow.
Was like, what if,
yeah,
what if there's something before?
Yeah.
And then my head raised higher and my confidence started to shoot up like, what? Where'd that come from?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the moment. Yeah. And then when I started to ask those questions of like, well, why is it that we see them like this? And it was like, well, what if there's something else before?
Yeah.
I wonder. So I went and looked, and to my research, there's a few things that kind of go over a few things, but they were one of the only things that I could not find a true origin backstory for.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, I'm not creating a character. I'm actually supposed to be creating their world.
Okay. Yeah.
And once I realized that and I understood, when you don't have an origin or a backstory for something that we all know, you just you wrote yourself a blank check in the creativity world.
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So I took that blank check down to the bank and I said, cash it.
Yeah.
And that's what and from there, everything came flooding in.
That's
and
awesome.
It was too fast for me to keep up with. So
Absolutely. Are you ready for the second question?
I'm ready for the second question.
All right. Let's get you recorded here.
And
let's go. 13. You still had a 3 in there.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a curse of the threes.
All right, 13. What does your creative process actually look like when you're starting something new, a biome, a species, a whole system?
Oh man. Honestly, it takes a lot to get in. I mean, when you first start creating the biomes and stuff like that, when it's all fresh, like sometimes it is a little easier because it's like, well, any idea now can, but then as you start to kind of refine you have a few of them and you're like, it's like, I've already come up with like 3 or 4 like original ideas. Now I'm like, now what? And so, for me, what that looks like really is it's always, I go on a walk.
Yeah.
I go on a walk and then I try my hardest to just clear everything I can, out of my mind for the day. And then imagine myself that I am wherever I am, whatever I'm building. And I just start asking myself questions about, okay, what, like let me give you like a good one. If I'm standing right here and I'm on Greth and I'm walking, what happens if I come to a stop? Why did I come to a stop? Is there something in front of me? Well, what's in front of me that would make me stop? like where I'm at. Okay, what am I looking at? And from there, I start to try to understand, like, is it a wide gaze that like is out there? Did something run in front of me? Am I looking, up? It's something that, that is physically impossible,
Yeah.
And then if that's the route that I go, which usually it is, it's how does is this physically impossible on our universe, within the laws of our universe?
Yeah.
And what is something that is built within this system that I can take and turn it into something that could be, functioning or interactive that is impossible,
Okay.
but cannot be used as an explanation for why it does that is magic.
Yeah.
Or that, well, it just does it.
Right.
I like to have some explanations, at least, or to ground it back into, something. So like that's where I go is I take myself into the journey as much as I can and start asking, okay, I can't, why did I stop? Okay. I'm at a canyon. Okay. Well, if you look down, why did you stop to look down? Like, what was so significant that, you looked down? And I'm like, okay, well, maybe there's waterfalls, All right. Waterfalls usually, come from the ground or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what if the waterfall doesn't act like a waterfall? What if waterfalls can come from above?
Yeah.
You know,
So it sounds
like-
like you're challenging every aspect of what we think is normal
Yes,
and placing that into a world that is truly unique.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So to wrap that whole thing up, you know what what it is, and I think this is extremely important if you're going to create something unique and original.
Yeah.
We talk about guardrails,
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, maybe you should, don't, if you create something unique and original, don't put yourself, don't even use guardrails, because you want to explore everything. I actually think that you should have guardrails because I use guardrails, and those guardrails keep me out. They prevent me from coming in.
Yeah.
Because if I cross over to, what's already been done, what we've already seen, I'm no longer being original. I'm no longer being authentic, and I need to be bold enough, and I need to set, parameters that keep me out of generic fantasy, what we've seen for decades now, done, and just wash, rinse, repeat. So my advice to you is use guardrails, but use them to keep you, from, gravitating to what we already know and do.
That's amazing, man. And what a challenge. I mean,
Very-
that's a huge challenge.
It's extremely challenging.
Because I think that's easy when
is.
you operate within the confines of a guardrail.
Yep.
Because it's safe. It's easy.
It is, and you don't have to explain, everything.
Absolutely.
It gets challenging, and I had to change up, like even how the story even goes for what you saw there with the Goblo Lin. How does a species get to that?
Yeah.
And I was trying to explain, like, why do goblins hate magic, and why do they do this? And I started to realize, like, why am I thinking that they hate magic? Why am I thinking like wizards or something came in and that's why they don't like wizards or something? I was like, like, no, that's what we, something that's here. We need something different.
Right.
So then I started asking questions.
Yeah, there you go.
Then I started to develop different perspectives, and then we came to the point of where we are and what happened. It's and that'll be revealed in due time.
Okay.
I try to make things as poetically tragic as possible when you're dealing with the downfall of something that could be so beautiful, like you saw in the teaser trailer. What if we only caught the end of what was once wondrous, right? like you have to show the tragic, the poetic, deep knife, you know, of the stark difference for that to kind of connect, and that's something that we can all connect with too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You ready for your third question?
If I can be quiet long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You ready? Yep. I don't think I ever want you on my D&D team, you know?
The problem is these. Do you take these dice to Vegas because are they fixed? Those feel like hot dice, folks.
They might be. They might be.
Yeah.
So I will have to have you re-roll because I combined question 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So so we'll have you re-roll on a 4 there. So
Technical difficulty.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Here we go. And
come on.
you know, it's not my fault when the system is flawed. Let's just do this.
All right. You're the worst roller, I swear.
Hold
13.
on. Here we go.
A 9. All right, we get a 9. Okay.
You know,
All
man,
right.
you should just have a segment like that. It's just dedicated to like failed blooper rolls.
You ready?
Yeah.
What has been the hardest part of building Greth? Not the technical stuff, not but the creative part that actually kept you up at night.
Why does this even matter?
Wow.
Nobody's gonna see this. Josh, you're wasting your time. Nobody cares. You know how hard it is, like, to even, like, you know, do XYZ? Like, no, that's, you're like, you don't, there's so much self-doubt. There gets to be a lot of points when you think that nobody cares, and it doesn't matter what you do, no matter how grand your ideas are and your schemes are, like, and I struggle with that, like, still.
Yeah.
And to be honest, like, Greth is so massive. It's so big, like, and not just the world, but the Goblos themselves and all of the evolutions that you don't even know about, because just like humans, maybe they kept going.
Okay.
You know,
but
like, so yeah, I struggle a lot with, you know, this isn't gonna amount to anything. So
now, in your mind, did that matter? If Greth never went anywhere, does it matter? Is this a passion project? Is this what kind of project is this? Undertaking is this for you?
Yeah, I'll be straight. This is a lifelong journey.
Okay.
This is, and it's, I have to remind myself, and it takes effort to pull yourself out of those holes. Is that, like, it doesn't matter, Josh. This is something you love and you want to do. If it takes off, it takes off. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But you know what? Like, you love this. You enjoy this. This is time well worth spending. And time well worth spending, and creates, you know, happiness, and puts you in a place where you can explore, like, talents and what you really want, you know, where you want to live. You know, that is never time wasted.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I put that value on my time. I don't let other people put that value on my time, because then it stops becoming about me.
Yeah.
And it starts becoming about everybody else. So
absolutely,
it's very difficult to do, because you know, you want to succeed. So even if this never amounts to anything but like 100 views on YouTube or, you know, whatever have you.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that, like, we can't, you know, indulge in this.
Oh,
you know, like, we can create our own campaigns with it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, things like that. So it's never truly dead. It's just dormant.
I you know, and I've been a strong component thinker of, I didn't do this for fame. I didn't do it for glory. Right. I did it because I truly enjoy it. And if I were to die tomorrow, at least it's something that I could leave behind. That somebody would say, hey, you know what? At least he did it. He followed it. He went through with it. And I feel that that's what Greth means to you, is that
it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what else helps? You know, surrounding yourself with the right people matters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, your environment influences you, and that can be just as powerful as the original thought in itself. And I would say, you know, don't worry about what everyone else, you know, is like going to think about it. You know, care about the people who, you know, show up for you, who influence you, right? So like there are so many times whenever I was like, you know, I'm done with this. I'm so sick of this. I forgot to document this, and I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And then boom, notification for Visage Roulette out, and I'm like, damn him. He's going. He's gonna keep going. I gotta keep going.
Yeah.
And then just seeing your content and what you're doing as well. Like that's what I mean. Like I don't even go to these tournaments and see these things, or I've never met, you know, like any of these people. But when I watch your video, there's a connection that happens there.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, I didn't realize that part of the world, that community, you know, I liken the way in which they show up.
Oh yeah.
You know, for each other.
Absolutely.
That's one of the biggest things I've learned from your channel alone.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just military community that shows up, you know, for each other. It's this community. You know, they've really band together.
Absolutely. And you know, I did not start in Magic the Gathering. I started in Pokemon. I did not know what Magic the Gathering was until I joined the military.
Oh wow!
And I played in tournaments in Magic the Gathering, and I did just about as good as I did in Wonders of the First. But I will tell you that
first place.
No,
No.
I will tell you though that I stuck with Wonders of the First because exactly what you said was surrounding your folks with people who not just care about it as much as you do, but actually support you. And that's why folks like GRTH, folks like Moop Dad and those guys that that are probably watching out there, I hope to bring Greth to these folks because there's a lot of support that I think that is needed for Greth, because we are literally seeing something for the very first time that I hope speaks to this generation. This is ours. It's not just yours, even though I know you're the mastermind behind it.
But it's not for me.
This could be ours. And that's what I love about this.
If you want to think about, if I could leave with anybody with a frame of mind for what this is, you know, we play in the world of what was created, you know, generations before us. And that's typically how it goes, right? And for decades now, we have been playing in the same world that was created, you know, before us.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it's time that our generation, our world right now has something to call our own, that we can then, you know, push into the future for future generations to enjoy as well. And so to sum that up, GRTH, Greth, is the new LOTR.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Hey, you heard it here. That's awesome, bro. Yeah, and I'm rooting for it, man. Yeah. There's no reason that I would ever want it to fail. I mean, why? Why would we want something like that to fail? There's no reason for it, and I can feel the passion in it.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the last and final question? You ready to end this side quest?
Wait, is this what I think it is? Are you gonna?
You ready for the final boss?
Are you gonna hit me with the boss? Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you with the boss. And now you may have seen how I end boss questions.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this a little bit different because this is a little bit different from what we normally do.
Okay. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Yeah, go ahead and take off your clothes. No, okay.
I'll start with my hat.
Yeah. When writing Greth,
okay,
creating Greth, thinking about Greth, what has it cost you?
Man, like, I think the greatest cost is the one that nobody sees. You know, it's the sacrifice below the surface, right? And what that really is and what it is to me is time.
Yeah.
It's the time with loved ones. It's time with friends, colleagues. It's time to going to other hobbies. It's it's time for doing things you need to do.
Yeah.
And when it's all said and done, and people see the surface. They see what was done, and it is so hard for a lot of people to just take a step back and just ask the question, like, I wonder what that cost, like, because anything like for even like this show right here, I can tell you that the cost in which you and you alone are sacrificing, and the payment that has to come from that is not felt, because we get to see the polished version.
Yeah.
We don't see, because I also do some video editing and some of that stuff, and like for my job, but like I know how quickly a video can spin out to taking 30, 40, 60, 80 hours, and if you think about like 40 hours to edit something, cut it, and it's not just the cutting of the video, whatever, it's the milliseconds of that you're trying to get smoothed over, and think about that 40 hours when you get off work. How many hours do you typically even have to do that? You might have like 4 hours, and then half of that is going to probably be dedicated to something else. So it might take, 20 days. It could take, and you're trying to compress that down to a week.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So the sacrifice, I would want to thank you for understanding the sacrifice and the value that we get to enjoy from the sacrifice that you're so willing to make. To provide us with better, outputs, and just perspectives. So I think that's my, my answer for that is it's the silent sacrifice beneath the surface.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. And I mean, you've crushed the boss, Josh. We've
Well, I am a half-orc barbarian.
No side quests here to go off the hinges here.
Well, actually,
well, you're not joking.
No, bro. Have you not been paying attention? I hope you guys have been paying attention. Because what did I say that I like to do? I like to bring in, something, a little side quest, maybe a little chaos. This is good chaos. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to be on your channel, to go on this journey with you, and with all of you. And I want to show you, I want you to be the very first, person to ever see the world of Greth in its truest form.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going to tell you that this is something that I am extremely proud of, and I'm happy for, and how it ended up coming out.
Wow.
Because when you are building it out, it is tedious. So I would like to take the time to show you right here, right now, something that it'll be coming out. You will see it.
Yeah.
It's going to be in about 2 to 3 episodes, because the next 2 are going to be the support structure, talking about the world, and then we're going to show you the world.
Awesome.
All right. So this world is you've never seen a world like this.
I've never seen anything like Gref to begin with. So so all this has been new to me so far. So you're about to show me, what is it one more time?
I'm about to show you what the world in which Greth is and how it sits within Hyvar, which Hyvar is the actual name of the universe in which it sits. You are going to see what it looks like. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's different.
I'm excited.
Because we challenge what we know.
Okay.
All right? I want you...
I swear to God, if this is a picture of my mother.
No. It's actually a picture of your brother.
No.
Yeah. All right. So, ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Oh, my goodness. Now I can see. Wow. Guys, I'm not going to explain it because I don't want to ruin it, but
that is, so we challenge the concept of what does a planet even look like? Like when you take away physics.
Oh man, I can't even imagine what I'm looking at, guys. I can't even imagine what it is going to take to explain that in a way that just it's gonna blow you away, guys. We're gonna get to learn about this in the next 2 or 3 episodes.
Yep, you absolutely will. And you know, some of this right here, some of my most favorite aspects as that's coming down. But I'm most proud of the structure in which you see. And I'm very positive that you have never and will never ever see a structure of a planet that looks like this.
Hey, wow.
And Greth, I'll tell you this. Greth is so massive. It does not play by the same rules, obviously, that we have.
Yeah. Guys, I can't wait for you guys to see it. I know it doesn't do any justice for right now because you're like, what is he looking at? You're going to get to see it. We're going to go out there, like and subscribe. Do more than just like and subscribe.
Yeah, no, you know, and that's where things die.
Yeah.
I liked and subscribed, but you know what you didn't do? You didn't share.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. You can't just like and subscribe. You need to share. We need to be supporting each other as much as possible. We need to be pushing things out as much as we can. Send it to every single person. Grab that link to whatever YouTube, to this channel, to my channel, to any other channel where you have content creators creating, original stuff. Share it with everybody. Be annoying.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what you don't know until you know.
I could not agree more, man. Like they say, the richest place in the world is the cemetery.
Is in your pants?
It's where all the good ideas go to die, because we sit and we just think that that's a great idea, and then we don't do anything about it. I am so privileged that I got the opportunity to introduce this community to Greth. I got to introduce the creator of Greth to Wonders of the First.
And let me tell you what, if this is your first time ever watching and you've never played Wonders of the First, you're missing out. and not just on, the game, but you're missing out on the community. Because, folks like Gutierrez.
Gurtius.
Gurtius.
Yeah.
Top-notch dude. Like, when I saw that episode, that was one of the things that struck me was when I saw that interview, first thing I thought of was, this is the kind of guy, this is the kind of environment in which I want to be able to live or be part of my world that I live in. And I mean, granted, he's got a gnarly beard anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought he was super authentic. I thought he was a great dude. He interviewed well.
I did.
Yeah.
And Gurtius, he's a phenomenal guy. He is one of the first people that will always introduce himself. But for every Gurtius in our community, there's another one just like him. Where there's Cleater, there's Pristine, there's Captain Sexy, there's Moop Dad,
there's Joshua Brubaker,
there's Joe. I mean, these guys are. I mean, it's an amazing community. I really hope that there are some events happening in Florida that are some free events that I'll put you in touch with, and maybe we'll see you there, man.
Yeah, that would actually be really cool.
Absolutely,
because this is potentially the start of something new.
Yeah, and maybe we will see Greth do some type of thing with Wonders of the First. That would be awesome.
I will tell you this.
Yeah.
Greth is actually built to be adapted into every single aspect.
Yeah.
Film, comic book, like tabletop gaming, books. It doesn't matter because it's a brand new world. It's the GRTH is the new LOTR.
I love it. That needs to be a t-shirt slogan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll put it on some underwear first. Yeah.
Right, I'll just wet you up. Yeah. Brother, here's the patch. Thank you so much on the channel.
Oh, I get the patch.
You get the patch.
Forgot about the patch, dude.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Before we run off to the sunset, you have killed the side quest. I know that the amount of hours and the time that's spent and the things that you have sacrificed to get here don't even begin to elaborate on what you're going to be delivering in the future. But if you could leave our viewers with one last thing, what would you tell them?
What it would be is be curious. And it doesn't matter when you start. Yeah. It matters that you start. And, I'm 40 years old this year, and I just discovered, something that I love. And, with a little bit of luck and some elbow grease and some help from all of you, we can make something that truly belongs to our generation. Yeah. Right. We can help shape it. Reach out to me. Go to my channel, like and subscribe.
Share it for sure.
Share it.
Now, you said you had a problem set that you were kind of dealing with Greth, and maybe some of these folks out there can help you with it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm always like looking for inspiration and things, but if you are somebody who is very creative, in the sense of bringing visuals to life, I would really need help with that because of what lives in here, and I have basically like dead hands. I need that help with truly bringing the actual beauty of the world in which we're creating, because even if you try to go and prompt like AI, it's like, wait, what are you trying to do? Because that doesn't exist in the physics in which I know. Yeah. And so you do that enough, you get so frustrated. It's like, okay, well, AI is not the place to build my my landscapes and things like that.
Absolutely.
So if I welcome like people to challenge, the concepts and things, and in the spirit of making it better, not to just tear it down. Yeah. Because what we need is something of our own.
Absolutely.
And if we can be a part of that now, like, that's a special time. Because imagine in 10 years.
Oh, I know.
They're like, it's like, no,
I was there.
I was there, bro. Yeah. This isn't a Joshua Brubaker thing. This is our generation thing. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Guys, this has been an episode of Visage Roulette. Go like, subscribe, and share. Support the community. Be creative. And until again, I'll see you on the other side. Iron Lantern Studios, Greth, a goblinoid that nobody until today has ever seen. And you got to see that here first. You very well could be on to something that's growing very fast. If you want to follow what Iron Lantern Studios is doing and building, and you should, link is in the description. Go find them, support the world as it's just getting started, and you get to say you were right there when it all began. And if you're new here, this is Visage Roulette. We play cards, primarily Wonders of the First. We tell stories, we roll dice, we do interviews, we do side quests. We are making one big journey, and I am thankful to every single one of you who continue to subscribe and support our vision. And every once in a while, something drops on this show that you won't see anywhere else. I'm Visage Roulette, and now is the perfect time to subscribe because there is plenty of more content left to be shown. Every story begins with a roll, and I'll see you on the other side.